Hello and welcome to the Overly Animated Podcast, where we take animation seriously. We talk a bunch of animated shows and movies here with new podcasts every other Wednesday. Find everything about us at overlyanimated.com. I'm your host, Dylan Hysen, and today I'm joined by a bunch of people to play a fun Miraculous Ladybug mystery episode guessing game.
Ooh.
We have our regular Ladybug co-hosts, Delaney and April here. Along with Sarah will be joining us later. And the four of us watch Ladybug, and we also have Michelle and Beatriz here, who do not watch Ladybug. And so basically the concept of this podcast is we're going to have some fun with the fact that Michelle and Beatriz do not watch Ladybug, and they have watched one episode now. And they have now watched one episode that has been assigned to them. And it's kind of complicated, the games we'll go through, but just that's like the basic concept. It's like, let's have some fun with some people who have not watched Ladybug, because this is the most ridiculous show to probably just watch a random episode of. So basically, here's the format we're going to do that I wrote down. Michelle and Beatriz haven't watched Ladybug. We gave them each a different secret episode to watch, and two groups of those of us who do watch Ladybug will try to guess what episode Michelle and Beatriz watched that the other group assigned. So Delaney, April will be facing off to guess the episode that Sarah and I assigned, and then the reverse. And then after we guess, we'll get their impressions of Ladybug based on the one episode they watched, and try to see if they can guess what other things happened in the show just based on the one episode. Okay, so it's a lot of different things, but a lot of like quick games to play with the fact that they've watched a mystery episode. So everyone understand? Everyone good to move to our first round here?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, so Michelle has watched a secret episode that has been assigned by me and Sarah, and Delaney and April do not know what it is, and they will now have to ask vague questions to guess what the episode is. So the rules are they're going to ask yes or no questions. They should be vague, and at any time, either of them can jump in to guess the episode. But you should only guess if you have you can explain why. To the listeners. Delaney, April, are we putting the title of the Voice of the People back up on the line here? I think that's the big question right now, because this is probably the third competition you guys have gone through after the survey and then Family Feud. I think you guys split it 1-1 so far. Is this the tiebreaker?
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess it is. So we've both been the voice of the people. So now we have to. This is intense.
Okay.
The pressure's on.
Yeah.
It is.
You have to know who's truly the voice.
So I'm currently the reigning voice of the people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even though that only made sense the first time you competed, but that's okay.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. The Ladybug competition winner. Okay. So, Michelle, are you ready to answer yes or no to the questions Delaney and April will be giving you?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. And then afterwards, we'll get Michelle's whole reaction on the episode. But first, just yes or no. Delaney, why don't you get started here with your first vague question?
Okay. Not counting the opening sequence, did you see the Eiffel Tower?
Honestly, I don't remember. I'm gonna say no.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fair. And if you don't know, it's not a clear yes or no, you can give that type of answer.
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
fine. Also,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
mean, you don't know yet that it's a thing, so it's fine.
Like, no, dude, don't spoil other aspects of Ladybug. For all we know, they don't know that the Eiffel Tower features prominently.
Literally Paris.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. By the way, Delaney, did you write that question down? Because it sounded like you were reading it.
No.
Okay. It was just very professionally read. Okay.
Yeah,
It was very perfect.
I'm just really prepared for this game. That's all.
She remembered it from us chatting before.
Yeah, 5 minutes ago before the podcast, she remembered. Okay, April, you're up.
Okay. At the beginning of the episode, was the villain already akumatized or not?
Oh. That's not a yes or no.
Yeah, it's not really a yes or no
Was
format.
the villain
It is.
akumatized?
No.
Okay. This narrows it down to about half of the episodes.
That's crazy.
No, it narrows it down to most of the episodes are still in play.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, Delaney.
Okay, well, I have a question for April. Do you have questions prepared?
No.
Okay, good. Me either.
So you
I'm
guys can also
hilarious.
ask each other, but only in the form of yes or no
Great.
about your
Only in the form
preparations.
of yes or no question. Oh, this is tough. Was Marinette late to school?
No.
I'm shocked.
That's a good one. That should help. Okay, April.
Was Lila in this episode?
I'm not sure if
Sounds
this
like who's
person-
Lila?
I'm thinking maybe Lila is Glasses Girl. If so, yes. If not, no.
Okay, you would. I promise you would know if Lila was in the
She is not
episode.
Glasses Girl, so no.
Not Glasses Girl. Okay. That was maybe a hint.
I know.
Yeah, got some more information there on.
Yeah, because does this
Yeah,
mean
I'm
it was
throwing
like
you
a
a
Sabrina
bone.
episode?
Yeah, was that Sabrina or Alia? It's not clear, I think. Does
Oh,
Alia wear
yeah.
glasses?
Dang it.
I'm not
Yeah,
even
Alia
sure.
wears glasses.
Yeah, okay. One of the two. Okay, who was that? Was that Delaney or April?
I asked about Lila.
Okay, Delaney now.
Oh, jeez, this is tough. I should have prepared questions
I should have too.
like that. I did not occur to me that this would be that important.
For this hard.
Okay. I feel like this is still a vague question considering how many episodes there are where this happens, but did Marinette give someone a miraculous?
Yeah, that's good.
No.
This is so good.
Uh,
All right, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go. Yeah, I feel like you would know. Also, if you don't know and this did happen, it's hilarious, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
to
you
me,
have
her
to.
name is already miraculous. How can she give that to someone else? That's very confusing.
Oh my god, this is great.
Also, what
That was
are
a
these things?
tremendous response. Okay.
This is so good.
Like, what
So
is
good.
it?
We'll go over all this after we
This
guess
is
the
great.
episodes,
I'm-
okay?
Yeah, I'm really confused.
But yeah,
about that.
keep in mind, a lot of these questions aren't going to make sense depending on the
This
episode.
is
they've
great.
seen.
This is us just trying to
Remember, you
narrow
guys
it
can
down.
watch what was your what was
Yeah.
their reaction to it, stuff like that,
Yeah.
or was there a lot of Marinette in the episode? You can add
Yeah.
stuff like that too.
Ooh, okay. Did Marinette have a creepy stalker moment with with
Oh
Adrian?
no,
Hey.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
no stalking.
Yeah, that narrows it down.
She did not.
That
have
does
time,
narrow
I
it down.
guess,
Yeah.
this episode.
Did you like the villain?
It's a very complicated answer.
Yeah, it is.
I felt for them, but also it was incredibly uncomfortable to see everything they were doing, and I wanted them to stop.
I actually think they're gonna have no idea what based on that answer, but I totally
Yeah, I
agree.
don't
But
know.
they're not gonna know.
Because in my heart, that to me, that's Despair Bear, but that's probably not what it is.
Oh my god!
'Cause to me,
names,
that
that's
episode is,
amazing.
It's just so disturbing. Great. Okay.
Okay. Do you know Hawkmoth's identity?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
That's a good one, though.
I don't think
But,
it narrows it as
I
much
don't
as you
think-
might think.
I don't think it narrows it down because,
Yeah.
regardless of the season, because Marinette and Adrian don't know, then
Well,
Yeah. Most
yeah,
episodes I don't
but-
think you necessarily see, but yeah.
Oh
you
no,
know,
I guess you're right. There are some episodes where it happens
well,
and you
yeah.
duh.
You'll see him transform,
Yeah.
so it's, I
Yeah.
guess it's not one
Okay.
of
That
those.
was okay. That was a subtly good question.
Yeah. That you can.
I'm trying to use my brain here, okay?
Yeah,
It's
and
hard.
you guys can just ask fun questions too. You don't have to necessarily try. very
I
hard
think
to,
the likelihood of us actually guessing it is really low.
Well, eventually, you gotta guess it.
Okay. Was the villain an animal?
I mean, a literal animal, or
Okay. Was the villain animal themed?
That's what I was. Gonna say.
yes.
Yes,
Oh,
there you go. Okay.
Okay.
That was a good question, actually. And I'm interested in the audience playing along at home when they're gonna.
Yeah,
You can
like,
say
when are
when
they
you
gonna
figure
figure
out
it
what
out?
the episode
Yeah.
is. I don't think it's obvious
If
yet.
someone's already cracked it, I'm gonna be like, wow. This
I think
Ladybug
after that
watching must be your
question,
full-time job.
it is our full time. Yeah, we're intense here in the Ladybug fandom. I would say after that question, you have a chance of getting in now. There's probably narrowed down enough, but not like it's not obvious. I don't think.
Oh, I think I know. Maybe.
I think I know too, but I don't want to ask the question that would confirm it because then it'll.
Well, you can give your guess.
Right?
If you
Yeah,
if you have your reasoning, you can say your reasoning. So Delaney, you said you think you know first. Do you want to take a stab and explain why?
I mean, I actually want to ask the question for the meme, and even if April gets it, I don't care because I have to ask the question.
Was it your turn?
No.
Okay, so April, do you want to guess or do you want to ask a question?
Tough. It's because she doesn't want me to win, which is valid. I don't want her to win either, but like.
Okay, my question is: did the person get akumatized because of Chloe?
Question is Michelle know who Chloe is?
No. Maybe definitely no, actually. Firm no.
No. Okay. Yeah. Delaney, are you going to guess or are you going to ask a question?
I have a question. I have to ask for the meme.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did someone get fired?
like they were fired or like they lost their job or they were inflating?
Like did they lose their job?
No.
Oh, okay, so it's not that one.
That would have given it away. Yeah. But
yeah, that was I was like, I have to ask. Okay.
Does that happen often in the episode?
There's one specific episode. Well, now I know that's not the episode that you guys assigned.
Michelle, write her own questions down to ask us later.
That's actually really bad though. That brings up a really good point because if people are losing their primary source of income over some petty villainry that is orchestrated by someone else, that's really bad. This must be a metaphor for something that's equivalent to real world life, and I don't like it. I feel bad
really
for
deep
them.
Show.
It's even worse. The best, Michelle, is because you don't know. It's even worse than what you think it is. It's the best part.
Has there been another person fired other than that one episode we're talking about? I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Actually, probably yes. Probably yeah.
You know, it's because
I feel like the mime got fired. Anyway, okay.
Well, I was thinking of there was the girl who worked for
oh yeah.
What's his ass?
Jagged Stone, yeah.
Jagged Stone.
That's true. This has happened multiple times. Okay, April, or either of you, do you want to guess the episode?
I have no idea now. I mean, narrow it down.
Is the episode Copycat?
Well, you have to explain why.
Why?
Yeah, why do you? Yeah.
Because
it's an animal.
I'm gonna be mad.
It's an animal.
I felt this in my soul.
Yeah, it's an animal. They weren't akumatized by Chloe. They their reason for why they were akumatized is very relatable. Kind of having that disappointment from your hero, and I think doesn't he have a crush on her or something too?
Yeah.
It's a season 1 episode.
Yeah, it's.
So you're really pushing it with my memory of season 1. No, it's not Copycat. No.
Oh.
Okay. I also was beginning to think it was Copycat.
I didn't know that episode stood out so much in your guys'
I didn't know anyone connected to this show that much. They could be like, "Oh, it's so relatable. This person would."
Isn't Marinette so relatable though?
Okay, but I won't lie. I also have an episode list pulled up too because
yeah. Okay.
All right, I mean, April
that's
sleuthing.
fine.
I think that's a good.
I'm not.
Okay,
I don't.
There's a lot of
episodes. There are a lot of episodes. That's true. Okay.
Delaney,
I gotta think of all the animal ones. The only other, there's one that I'm thinking of, but there's no reason other than it's literally the one where he turns into all the animals. So I'm I don't really want to guess that one.
Yeah, it's not that episode, but yeah, that's true.
Dylan, you can't say things like that. Do you want us to win or not?
This is look. It's been 15 questions already. We're gonna.
Yeah, we suck. Okay,
we're gonna eliminate that.
We need to loosen up and ask some weird questions.
You gotta ask some weird questions. It's true. Yeah, I think so.
All right, you ready?
Okay.
Yes.
Weird questions.
Does space dumpsters mean anything to you?
That might pull on
Not
some
in the
outside
context
information.
of this
yeah.
episode, no. Outside of it,
Okay, outside of it, what does it mean to you?
In your opinion, is Natalie in love with Gabriel?
God.
Who the heck are either of those people?
That's a big
opinion,
clue.
So
Okay.
it's not even clear in the show if that's true. It's up for discussion.
I don't think
Like
that's up
it's
for
not
discussion.
obvious. What does
Okay.
that mean?
Yeah, I mean, your answer of who are either of them was the information.
The
that
real
they needed.
answer
Yeah.
that I need.
Well, we can discuss that later. Whether who's in love
Shipping
with
is
who.
like not very. It's like very loosely tangible, just based off of that kind of question. In my opinion, do these people like each other? I mean, that it's very speculative.
It is, yeah. Delaney.
Okay. So I did the thing where I pulled up a list.
Okay.
Okay, good.
So who you're calling Glasses Girl?
Mm-hmm.
Is she best friends with the mean girl?
Unclear.
Okay, it's valid.
I
Completely
don't
valid.
think talking to someone necessarily like equates best friendship. So unclear so far.
Okay.
Okay. I feel like this is not like any of the really like crazy episodes.
I mean, I don't know how crazy this show gets. So yeah, I'm.
I mean, look, you guys were guessing season 1 episodes. I don't know which ones you guys assigned, but I was thinking like prominent enough episodes. You know, I don't think you'll know this episode.
I'll know this episode.
I mean, that's at least that narrows it down to half, maybe. But I wasn't gonna do his random season 1 episode.
What? Okay. Was there a lady? Was there a lady dressed up as a peacock?
Oh my god. No.
Okay.
Okay.
What?
That's a good question, because if you've not seen that character, then it's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Lady dressed
Are
up as a
they
peacock.
like a good person or a bad person? That's like I just want to know that for my own safety.
Bad
The
person.
evil peacock.
Bad person.
Evil peacock.
Oh, good for them. That's a pretty intense look.
It really is.
Delaney.
Was the villain hot?
I mean, everyone has a type, but they're not my. They would not be my fourth choice, even. I guess.
Okay.
It's a very funny question, considering. But yeah.
That would have narrowed it down for me, so.
Okay, good.
Either of you want to guess?
Oh, I mean, I can't guess, I guess. So there was one I was thinking. I didn't really. I was moving away from it when I started asking some questions, but I do want to guess. So, let me get to it so I can remember the name of the stupid episode. It's okay. I'm almost there. All right. So what I wanted to guess was Antibug. Because when you say glasses girl, that's Sabrina, like to me. But Alia does wear glasses.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I also don't know like which one you're talking about. But then I also respect that you can't tell if Sabrina and Chloe are best friends because Chloe sucks. And then everything that happens in Antibug, you're even more confused if they're friends.
Yeah. Okay. Not Antibug.
Interesting.
No.
Okay.
Yes, April. Are you guessing
Yeah,
or are you
April, you
posing a
sounded
question?
really confident. What do you want to ask, April?
Okay. Does the phrase "hoo-hoo" mean anything to you?
I knew it! That's the one I jumped to next.
Possibly.
Oh God, is it Dark Owl?
Yes. It is
Yes,
Dark
it's Dark
Good
Owl.
I was gonna.
April got it.
That was another one I was thinking. Damn it.
Man, that was a weird episode.
Okay. Let's bring in Michelle can elaborate more now. Took how many? I don't know how many questions that.
I was
that
gonna
took, but-
ask if there was like a really awkward moment with like Cat Noir and Ladybug trying to like because they have to like hide their identities.
Yes, they close their eyes and hand each other their weird stuff, and it's like, wow.
Okay, Michelle, here's the did you like the episode that you watched?
No.
It's so funny you made her watch.
No, okay.
I mean, but maybe like in the context of other episodes, it was like strong. I don't know, but as like a first watch, like mostly I just had very like secondhand embarrassment. Like, man, if anyone knew I was watching this, I would die. Like that was the overwhelming feeling.
You had the quintessential Ladybug viewing experience.
Yeah, I think you understand that. That doesn't apply to any of the other shows we talk about. Just to this episode.
Ladybug.
It was weird because like sometimes the animation in a couple sections was like really nice and detailed, but then the rest of it is like not pretty. And there's one part where like the owl guy, when he does become the dark owl, and he's like, I'm gonna drop this bus of animals on this other animal, and the animal he's gonna drop everything on was like a black cat, but the black cat was rendered really bad, and I was very distracted by how unattractive it was, and it left a really strong impression.
Wow. I didn't remember there was an actual cat in this episode, but yeah.
There's like two. There's like a cat in a tree. It's like his motif.
Oh, okay. Actually, yeah, no, I remember the cat in the tree. Yeah, I remember that.
I like laughed a lot because like his solution at the end to being a real superhero was just to call like the fire department.
It's so good.
Just let someone else handle it. I was like, you know what? And then like I think Miraculous makes a comment like, wow, like he's like, you know, he's calling people instead. He's helping the homeless. And I just like had this moment where I'm like, yeah, like the most like heroic thing you could do is just to help homeless people. Why isn't everyone just doing that in this show? It's like, it seems so obvious, but like, I guess everyone wants to like use cool gadgets and fight people instead. I guess that's more glamorous.
Yeah. Why don't Ladybug and Cat Noir tackle the
societal
issues of
Paris? That's what they should do.
Well, it's because Hawkmoth is ruining their lives because he's annoying.
Yeah, we usually only see when they react to an Akumatization. Doesn't this episode like give them doing stuff that's not an Akuma? I think.
Yeah,
that's how it starts off. Yeah,
trying to be like so like this is the thing I wrote down. I wrote down a couple things, but the main like my main takeaway was like this is basically the plot of The Incredibles. This is a man who looks up to Catboy and Ladybug and is like, I want to be like them. I've loved superhero stuff for a long time. I have a special wall in my office all about it, and the suit that fits me.
He is very much syndrome.
And they literally told him like, oh, like you should leave this to the real heroes. And then the thing that really shook me, I want to ask you guys, is that if this is a bigger part of the show, like whoever Hawkmoth is, I'm assuming he's like a billionaire. But the thing that really shocked me was like once he did his like Akuma thing to the butterfly, and the butterfly like touched the screen and gave him a new outfit, they took him seriously as a villain because he had a higher budget to accomplish his evil schemes. So then that like led me down a path of thinking like, so is money what makes or breaks the average person if they get to be a superhero or not? Because his outfit wasn't cutting it, and they explicitly told him that. But as soon as he got an evil outfit that looked like 1,000,000 times better, and he had all these like gadgets and stuff, like once he had the money, he could do whatever he wanted, and he was a real threat, and they took him seriously. And I feel like, I don't know, I would have a little bit of a crisis if that was the case. Like if you can only fund stuff through like the channels available, and the average person in France, like their channels are going to be like either this evil billionaire who has butterflies or just making their own cosplay, like who are they going to choose? It's a money question. Like I
will say I really like everything you're saying, but I want you to know that Hawkmoth just makes a new supervillain every day. So they know what to look for.
Michelle,
is he a billionaire? Like, how does he afford to?
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
Michelle, I'm going to introduce you to the concept of magic.
Yeah,
really, it's really probably.
No, I love Michelle. I didn't know Michelle would hone in on this. This is an interesting reaction.
I like it too.
No, the thing is, this
also
it's
the villain is rich. You were correct.
Yeah, he's rich.
Like I feel like it definitely comes from money. Like,
Michelle is missing the key piece of information of what a miraculous is. That's why, like, that's why.
Are those her earrings, or those separate?
Yes, that's her earrings. Yeah, and also her name is not Miraculous. It's Ladybug, even that's the title of the show. Her name is not Miraculous. But
Oh,
I like
so
that.
her name's also not Marinette?
Her name's Marinette or Ladybug. Yeah, she becomes
They're
Ladybug.
interchangeable?
Yes.
This is look, okay, I'm realizing that this was a complicated episode to give.
I mean, the other thing I just got really stuck on was like that Hawkmoth says evil eyes, like it's a real verb. Like that's not a verb. Does he say that all the time?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you're right, it's not a real
every
word.
episode.
But he does
It's a
say
fake
that.
word,
There's-
man. You can't just make your own alphabet. That's not okay.
There is so much I want to say, and I'm keeping quiet.
Okay, we'll get everything that Beatriz is talking about later. Yeah, Beatriz is hearing some of, she has some additional information. But anyway, Michelle, does this, even if you didn't like it, does it intrigue you to want to watch more Ladybug at all?
Under the right circumstances,
Mm.
I mean, there were amazing lines. Like he does say like "hoo hoo" a lot, which was like, Jesus Christ, you're like 50, but like, all right.
Yeah.
Also, his suit just looks so much better. Like it's like a mesh. Like half of it, like he looks like it really like emphasizes his muscles and his chest area in a way that's like doing something for him in a way that his homemade outfit was clearly not.
What if I told you that him being Dark Owl is a thing
For a
later in
while?
the show?
Well, he was so easily slayed in like 5 seconds to like go to the dark.
Well, I don't mean.
He appears again.
No, what I should say is that it not necessarily is like him being a superhero is like a thing.
All that, I mean, I would like that for him. Like, he's a very earnest guy. And I just love that they, like, literally made his character so he already looked like an owl with his mustache and his crazy eyes and his nose.
Yeah, he appeared before this. He was a character before this episode,
like,
though, so.
This is the part of the show I don't understand. Like, these people, like, look the same in a different outfit. So how can no one understand?
You are really keying. You're keying in on one of the key points that we talk about here. Yes.
Every episode.
That's correct.
That is correct.
Okay, Michelle,
That's
you
the
found the
thing.
truth here. That's like
Yeah,
50% of our
she-
podcast, Michelle.
She
is
got
us being frustrated.
she got it. She went right for the throat of Ladybug.
Okay,
All right,
good.
you won, Michelle.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, hooray. I will just
Michelle
say,
wins.
I'll leave you with this. Like, I screen capped the most amazing line besides evil eyes, because that really did, like, slay me. But at one point, like, when he, like, thinks he's won, he's like, "Mwahaha, I am the best bird!" He says this completely unironically. And I'm like, Jesus, he's having the day of his life. Like, honestly, I think this is fine for him. Like, I'm happy for him. Like, he's wanted this forever. And if he has to be evil to do it, like, maybe that's fine. They still don't take him seriously. So it's like, you know, it's okay.
He is the best bird.
He is the best bird.
I agree. Okay, so I'm realizing that we'll see what Beatriz's reaction was, but I'm realizing outside of like a basic season 1 episode, anything we assign is probably going to be really have this type of like it's probably not going to make sense.
It doesn't even matter, Dylan, because this show doesn't make
Yeah.
sense.
I mean, that's my biggest takeaway. The show's kind of loose with its own logic, so
It can be. You're missing some key information.
You don't
with
even
the-
know.
Yeah, so Sarah and I chose this epised. We're considering a few, but this was like my number 10 episode, so I wanted to pick a good episode. I thought Michelle would get a kick out of the principal. I think he's fun. There's like an iconic moment, the shipping container scene where they close their eyes. That's one of the most iconic moments. Yeah, and it, like you get the identities, you get the a little bit of romance,
you get Tiki and Plog like gasping at each other.
Yeah.
So, I think it's a little too much. Probably this is a first episode, but our thought was this has a lot of the elements of Ladybug, and it's hard to pick one episode that is all.
It's a solid Ladybug episode.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's not like this was a bad episode.
The sportsmanship on both sides, I actually did enjoy a lot. Like the fact that they were like, so like, we're not going to peek at each other. We're going to like hold firm to respecting each other's identity. I really appreciated that. And I did appreciate that the owl guy, he was like, I will let you go if you give me what I want. And they gave him, well, I mean, they tricked him, but like, as far as he knew, they were doing the right thing. And then he turned off the whipped cream. Like, he held off his part of the bargain, too. Like, he's a sportsman-like villain. I'm like, hell yeah. Like, that is exactly, I'm here for this. No swindling. Just, like, give me what I want. Yeah, I'm manipulating
I will
you,
say that is definitely very much, like, this is, like, it's like the old, I don't know if y'all watched like Justice League of America, like when you were like the old cartoon. This is very much Ladybug. Very much is this like G-rated like.
Everyone plays by a code that they all agree on. I did like that.
That's good. Yeah, these respectful Parisians. I don't know. Would this happen in
Yes.
America? I don't know, but
People keep their word.
I like that
very
observation
nice.
too. Okay, there you go. That's our first episode. We can get
Yay,
any more
Michelle!
comments later. Good congrats,
Hey,
April. Good job,
good
Michelle.
job.
Yeah.
April's the voice of the people once again.
Does that mean like
Rage
it's gonna
lady.
be very Hawkmoth dominated? That's all I understand. That April really likes Hawkmoth,
It's
and there's like a wife garden or something, and then they try
Michelle listened to our
Oh, I know.
1000th podcast best ofs. That's why she knows.
Yeah, that was
the
pretty
memes,
amazing.
the core memes.
We're like all of my quotes Hawkmoth related.
Because they are.
He's
Yeah.
he's very quotable. Stuff like Evil Eyes, like you
He
don't
is
get
very
that every
quotable,
day.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So the
Evil
voice of
Eyes.
the people is like the voice of the fandom.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm. Who
We
speaks
just
for the
made
fans
this
of
up.
Lady
Yeah, we
Gaga?
just made this up.
So it's back to April. Okay, Sarah is now here for part 2.
Sarah's
Hello.
Hello.
I'm so sorry, Sarah, for what you
A-
just walked into.
April eventually got it, but this took a long time, so we're gonna see if we can go a little faster for our mystery episode.
Dylan's
Sarah.
like, wow, they're
I hope
dumb.
that you're not
Wow.
disappointed.
Yeah, maybe this is a little bit too off the beaten path. Maybe their episode is Oblivio, and we'll get it in like 2 seconds. So maybe that's what'll happen. Okay, Sarah, are you ready? Beatriz, are you ready?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah. Ready as
Okay,
I'll ever
so-
be.
We're gonna ask. Yeah, so I did hear their question, so we'll see if I repeat, but Sarah hasn't that they used before. But we're gonna try to do basic yes or no questions. Yeah, I'll start off with the example question I had down, which was not used. But it's Beatriz, did you feel very embarrassed watching this episode
Yes.
of Ladybug? Yes. Okay. That was a quick yes.
Yes.
I will
yes.
say, knowing the episode and listening to the questions is the best part, actually.
Okay,
It
well,
was
I'm
fun.
looking forward to listening back.
Okay, Sarah, you're up with your yes or no question.
Okay. Does the episode feature a lot of Marinette School?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, that's interesting.
I can just tell from Beatrice's voice that she wants to die.
Beatrice, did you fall in love with Hawkmoth watching this episode?
No.
wow. That's a pretty bold thing to ask.
I mean, the answer is probably going to be
Way
no.
cooler question.
Do you like take your shirt off at one point and reveal like a sculpted
Oh,
torso?
Don't say that to April. She wouldn't be able to handle it. Okay, Sarah.
Okay. Was the villain very effective?
Hmm.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Wait, hold on. Let me wait, backtrack. What do you mean by effective?
Like, well, did they even really have a chance of?
Oh, okay. Well, no. No. No.
Okay, that helps. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, and Sarah, either of us can jump in anytime if we have a good guess for that episode. I do not yet.
But you have to justify it.
You have to justify it though.
Okay.
Yeah. We can ask a real question here. So, Beatrice, were there? You could say this question makes no sense to you if you want. Were there?
Okay.
Did this episode feature Miraculouses that were not the ladybug or the cat?
No.
Okay. And you knew what that meant, so, and I'm impressed.
I'm
if
like
so.
context clues, man.
Okay.
He also has some idea from sitting through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
she
I
heard
have
the
like
Michelle
theories
stuff.
now, so I have questions afterward.
Write them down. We're here for you.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Anyway, I have a sort of more real question. Was the person akumatized an adult?
Yeah. I was actually literally just going to
Yes.
ask that. Okay.
Okay. Good
Yeah.
question.
I was
Good
my
question.
top of my list for what this episode was going to be was Chris Master, just knowing April, so we can eliminate Chris Master.
I want you to know that when we
You
were
considered
deciding, it was literally between the episode we picked and Chris Master. But
Okay.
then we were like, Dylan's gonna pick it immediately, so we can't.
Oh
pick
yeah, I
it.
would have guessed it. I would have guessed it right away. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's why we can. That's the only reason it's not Chris Master.
Yeah, that is literally the only reason.
It was
we
on my
literally
list for
had this
Michelle, but I was like,
conversation.
this would have been too ridiculous. So
You know,
it
we
was-
literally had this conversation, and we were
Okay.
like,
No.
Okay, Beatriz, does this episode fully take place in Paris?
Yes.
Okay. I was thinking Star Train too, but that sounds like a no for Star Train.
Well, it takes place in their school. If it takes place more in their school, then it's probably not Star Train.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember. That question didn't help me a ton because I'm not going to be able to identify the episode based on like whether it starts at school.
Well, I
But,
mean,
yeah.
like if it's like something that's totally not in their school, then I feel like that
Yeah,
would also
yeah.
eliminate.
Me too.
Also,
I love
like
that you
can
guys
I
are
have-
like having a discussion about
Wait,
this.
hold on. So,
me and April were like, no.
okay, no, I'm gonna stay quiet. I'm gonna stay quiet. Never mind.
Okay, Sarah, you're up.
No, my question was can I have the list of episodes up or?
Yes.
Yeah, you
April
can. They
already
both
did,
did.
and then we
yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, please.
Okay,
do
I
it.
was like, I don't want to be cheating.
No, it's not
but
cheating.
Also, there's a lot of episodes.
That is exactly what I said.
Okay. Was like okay.
We feel
What-
for you. It's not easy.
Was there a romantic moment between Marina and Adrian in this episode?
Well, it depends.
Marina's perspective?
Like, I don't know how to answer this.
Okay, that's what. Yeah, that's a. It depends is a valid answer here.
It
That should
depends,
give us some
sure.
information. I was going to ask that too, actually. Okay, Beatrice, does the best character in Ladybug, Luca, appear in this episode?
I don't know who that is.
Also,
Okay.
yeah,
That's what I
you
thought.
would know. Also, Lucas sucks.
There's no way Delaney was giving a Luca episode.
Yeah.
so
Oh my
I
god.
shoulda- I should have
no.
known.
And
I should have
especially
known.
not to you. Like, why would I do that?
Right? Also, that would like very much eliminate down the possibilities.
I only asked. Yeah, it was a non-specific question, but I only asked because I knew it was going to be a no.
I will
And-
say, Dylan, if y'all don't guess it, you're gonna be so mad.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see.
That's a good hint right there.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it's a prominent episode.
Okay. Wait, whose turn is it now? Oh wait,
Your
no,
turn,
you
Sarah.
can
It's
have-
yours. It's yours, Sarah.
It's yours, Sarah.
Okay. So we have that it's in adults that was akumatized, and that it took place in some part out of school. So I'm wanting to know if
Well,
it was a
it's like it's part of the school is prominent in the
School is
episode, but it's not the
prominently
only place
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the
So-
episode.
It's not, okay. Well, that also helps. It wasn't a bottle episode that took place in the school. I don't know if those exist, but
I think there's a couple of them.
There's a
yeah,
few of them,
probably.
yeah.
There's a few. Was the person akumatized a teacher?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay,
There's
okay.
really narrowing it down.
Yeah, Sarah's really
Yeah.
good at narrowing down questions. I'm like, dang, she would have got it in like 3 for me.
Beatrice, does this? Well, okay. I feel like I want to ask more fun questions, but I was gonna.
Ask
No.
some questions.
Ask,
Uh,
you know what? Ask any questions you want.
Yeah.
did you feel for the villain? In this episode?
You know, like, yeah, but also no.
Okay, I think that was similar to Michelle's answer.
Yeah, it's like yeah, okay. You know, it's like I felt for him, but then like there came a point where I was just like, absolutely not.
Okay, and him, I did hear that,
Oh,
so I'll
my
put that
bad.
on the table. I think Michelle said that too. Yeah.
Yeah, Michelle did.
I tried really hard to use they pronouns, but it slipped out.
Okay.
It's okay. We're vultures. It's fine.
I have a guess.
Okay,
I don't like. I'm like, am I going too quickly? But we're also, you know.
you can go. You can go for it here. That'd be good.
Okay. I'm gonna go for. Is it Mr. Pigeon. And my guess is that because it is an adult that's not a teacher, and that episode does take place in part at the school and also not at the school. And I feel like you'd probably get you'd probably be upset that he's not allowed to feed his pigeons, but then later you'd be annoyed that he's just doing so much pigeon stuff.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, that's it.
It's Mr. Pigeon?
Yeah. Like Dylan, like I felt so bad because you were taking it so seriously, and then me and April were like, "We're gonna make her watch Mr. Pigeon."
Well, okay. You guys talking
like,
about basic season 1 episode. This is probably a much better introduction to the show, Mr. Pigeon.
Like I was thinking season 1 because like it'd be a little bit harder to guess, and they're the most ridiculous episodes, and then also like. It was literally between Mr. Pigeon and Chris Master.
It really was.
I'm glad Sarah got Mr. Pigeon there. I was never going to get that. I was not even considering
Yeah, no,
season
as we
1.
started going, I was like, Dylan's not going to get Mr. Pigeon. And because I felt bad, because you were like, I mean, yeah, you were talking about, like, you picked Dark Owl, because Dark Owl was a really good episode, and we were just like, LOL, it's a meme on Beatriz, and make her watch Mr.
But also,
Pigeon.
it was really funny because whenever we were taking our guests, you were like, you realize like there's more than just season 1 episodes, and
I should have figured it out from that.
And when you said that, I was just like, oh man, he knows we picked a season 1 episode.
Yeah, we were like, he knows.
Not only that, like he kept going like, oh, like top 10 episodes. I want it to be great. I'm like, this is definitely not that.
Now I want to watch it just to see what it's like.
Well, congratulations, Sarah. Mr. Pigeon. This is not the first episode, but this
it's
is
the
like
second episode, I think. Right?
Yeah,
Second
it depends on the
episode of the
order. Yeah, that might be second on the whatever order Netflix has. Yeah, it's like there's not really an order to season 1, so I think that's intended to be an order.
There's absolutely no order.
Okay, Beatrice, let's get your reaction. It sounded like you enjoyed yourself, at least in a certain capacity. At least in a...
it was, yeah.
Well, the thing is, you probably watched an early season 1 episode years ago.
I don't think so. I remember, what I did watch? I remember this is really far back. I remember when they did I don't know if it was like a preview of Miraculous Ladybug or something, where it was like in 2D. It wasn't the 3D model.
The really early anime.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Yeah.
And I was like really excited. And then they went with 3D, and then I was like, I'm not going to watch this.
You're like, not interested, not anime,
Yeah, not anime enough. I'm not going to watch this.
Okay, so you didn't enjoy it, but did does it make you want to watch more Ladybug? No. Do you think Delaney and April failed you with this episode choice?
No, because it did give me it like you said, it's like I feel like it's a first season episode, so I feel like I didn't go in being like I don't know what's happening. It felt like something where I'm like, okay, well this is pretty. I got what the show was about, and it did remind me of like Sailor Moon, even though I feel like I'm insulting Sailor Moon by just saying that. But yeah, I think this was like, for someone who doesn't know anything, this is good to give them a taste of what this show is, I think.
Okay.
I don't think it was
an appropriate amount of zaniness.
And also because it's because I knew it was like a first season, like one of the first episodes, I was also much more I'm like, okay, this show is going to get better because this is a very early on. They're just finding their footing. So I guess I was also a little bit more lenient. Like if you would have told me this was like a top 10 episode, I would have been very upset.
Mr. Pigeon, number 1.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I don't even remember Mr. Pigeon.
So.
Yeah, generally we consider most of season 1 of Ladybug to be like much, much worse than like seasons 2 and beyond.
Season 1's a meme, basically. Also, Mr. Pigeon specifically is a meme. It's even a meme in the show.
Well, the thing is, they meme him after this episode. Like,
it's the best part.
It's not a meme yet.
He continues to come back.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a reoccurring character?
Yeah. There'll be episodes.
But like him in the akumatized, I can't believe I'm using that verb, or him like as just him feeding pigeons. Like
both.
Oh wow, okay.
No, there'll be episodes where I don't want to. Well, this is a funny thing, so I'm just going to say it. So there's literally an episode where they're like, "Oh my god, this is the 26th time this week we've had to fight Mr. Pigeon."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an example.
What is he fighting for? Like money to feed the pigeons?
No, he just
yeah.
apparently he wanted he wanted to feed pigeons in the park, but then this police officer was like, "Nah, you can't feed pigeons. No, you can't feed the pigeons because if you do, they're gonna poop everywhere. So no feeding the pigeons." So then he got really mad, and then he's like, "Nah, I need these pigeons to take over Paris." And here's the thing: this is why I was like, "Yes" for effectiveness, because he essentially shut down Paris with these pigeons.
He did.
Like,
it's true.
Yes.
It was, and there was a point, but then I had changed my mind with the effectiveness thing because he traps the cat and the bug in a cage, and then he's like threatens them with bird poop, and then the cat is just like, "Nah, I'm gonna like go cataclysm and then just snap his bars in half." But the thing is, the bars turn to rust. I was like, "What is this cat's powers? Can he turn things to rust, or is or his claws that sharp, or was because the gate was not rusted before?"
I knew this show would mess Beatriz up. I know. Beatriz is messed up.
And then you have her just easily just like reeling back, like just fixing everything with a snap, and I'm like, "What are your powers?" Like,
Beatriz, I want you to know that if you watched all of Ladybug, you would love it because of the mythology, but you would also hate yourself the entire time.
Yeah.
There's a mythology to earrings and a ring that turn into animals.
There's more jewelry.
You guys seem to be missing some key
There's
components.
So much more jewelry.
I don't know if we
Does
should tell
the
them
Akuma guy
or
have
what.
the jewelry?
Yeah. Okay.
Does he have, like, a
Let's answer some questions at the end. But now let's ask Beatriz and Michelle some questions and quiz them on what happens next. Because I am tempted to explain some key components you guys did not pick up from these one episode, which it's not surprising, I guess.
It's because the mythology of the show doesn't make sense, and it's fine.
Yeah. So we're tempted to explain it, but let's ask. Let's. I have 5 questions written down. True or false. So I want to let's. I don't know if we want to turn it into a game of Michelle versus Beatriz, but we can. I guess we can.
I think they should be a team.
Yeah.
Okay, we see how many they can collectively get right.
Yeah,
okay, you guys can work together.
They need each other.
So first I have 5 true or false questions, and then we have real or fake episode after that. But let's start with here. So, and then you guys can, if anyone else wants to come up with some true or false, we can. So you, first question, are Marinette and Adrian dating heading into season 4 of the show? Season 3 just ended. We're waiting on season 4. Are they dating yet?
No.
False.
False. You guys are. What's your reasoning?
This may not be fair, but it's just based on just how all of you always sound so exasperated with them. I just feel like they are that dumb and they just won't realize. They probably don't even know their identities at this point, I feel.
Yeah,
I feel like it's one of those classic, like, 25-year-old things. Like, I mean, like, 25 years in the past where you'd have, like, that central romance. And the will they, won't they is intentionally left till the very, very end on purpose to just mess with fans who were invested. So that's my thinking.
Yeah, it's like Clark Kent and Lois Lane. It's like, it's the glasses.
Yeah!
But then it's also like, Lois, you're the greatest reporter in the world. How have you not figured this out? You know,
well, in this case, they are both the dumbest people in the universe.
Yeah, we're worried. It's what Michelle said. We're worried about that, but we're still hoping they'll start dating at some point, but not yet.
But you
so
are
you guys are
absolutely
correct. You're correct.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Have Marin and Adrian kissed yet?
I could imagine like some like dumb like, oops, I tripped and I fell on your lips. Hee hee. type of thing.
I could imagine they kiss like in one of the contexts, like maybe they're both in outfits, like they still don't like it didn't like necessarily mean that they know who each other is, but a kiss happened anyway.
Yeah. Okay, you kind of nailed that.
It's literally I tripped and fell into you. Like this is
they kissed,
so
but
awful.
they don't remember it was that
okay.
happened
There's
in
actually
Oblivion.
there's multiple instances of this happening. So like there's they kissed because they fell in love, but they don't remember. It's horrible. And then they've kissed because one of them's been akumatized, and then like
the evil version just goes for it.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was thinking of Oblivion.
Being evil in this show sounds way more fun. You get a high budget outfit.
You do get a high budget outfit.
This guy's like you got like an evil manager telling you what to do.
Evil manager. Let me clarify that point. That was one of the things I wanted to make clear. They're mind controlled when they're
the whole
villains.
Then how is Mr. Pigeon still a villain? I thought he was not akumatized.
You can keep mind controlling them over and over.
Yeah, like no, it happens because like so Hawkmoth.
Very traumatic, yeah. But we don't.
Now Dylan can stop me if this interferes with one of the questions, but so Hawkmoth's ability like works on people experiencing extreme emotions. So if they're really sad or
I don't know if they got that either. Yeah,
that's how Hawkmoth takes advantage of them. So Mr. Pigeon,
you need to have extreme distress.
Yeah. So usually, Mr. Pigeon like literally just gets so mad about the pigeons that he keeps getting akumatized. It's also because Hawkmoth has no morals. He's okay. Wait, I have a good question. I don't know if it's one of Dylan's. Can I ask?
Okay, you can ask.
Yeah, ask it.
Okay. This is going to be so an obvious one, but
it's true. Is the answer?
Yeah. It's absolutely true. Has Hawkmoth akumatized a baby?
Yes.
We could have given them that episode that he akumatizes a baby.
I feel like he has more than one. He has enough money to not have to worry about ever going to jail. So, like, yeah, if you have all the power in the world, why wouldn't you just akumatize?
The thing is, they don't know who. No one knows who he is, though. Is Hawkmoth? Yeah, so that's why he's protected. But you're right. I like this social commentary with him being rich too. That
I feel a lot of social commentary.
Can I ask another question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so this isn't a true or false. This is just a discussion, kind of. Do either one of you have a guess as to who Hawkmoth is?
I guess neither know.
He's Courtney's dad.
You mean
Chloe's dad?
Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry. I thought I wrote down the shirt.
Courtney.
Is Chloe the blonde girl from the intro?
Yeah, I want to call her Chloe now, or Courtney now. But yeah, she is. Yeah, she's the blonde girl.
Yeah, she's the mean girl.
Also, like I got by. Okay, like I know, like she was. Okay, I feel like she's obsessed with the bug with Ladybug.
Yeah, that is a season 1 plot.
That is absolutely a fact.
Like it was all like, oh, I'm doing this for the boy, but also I'm like stalking you. You know, I'm getting those.
Chloe
vibes.
Stalks too.
Yeah, Chloe stalks Ladybug.
That's true.
I'm
Yo,
like, I
they
feel
should get together. If they both stalk a lot, yeah.
We're shipping Chloe and Marinette. Yeah, let's do it.
God,
yeah.
Don't feed Dylan. No.
The comments are going to be angry right now, but that's okay.
Oh yeah, all the fans so mad at me now.
Is Hawkmoth still going to be the villain at the start of season 4? That's the next question.
Maybe he will be a villain, but he'll be like a secondary villain. Like, maybe there's like a bigger villain, but like he is like still present.
How does Beatriz figure this out and has no concept of what's going on?
I can tell you why. Because this show is structured very like classic Sailor Moon. You spend like
definitely influenced
something over and over, and it never works, and they just don't give up on their evil plan. But then eventually, someone bigger will come in and be like, yo, you suck at this. We're going to try a different thing finally. And then they do.
Yeah. That's not just Sailor Moon. That's like a Pokemon, you know, like Team Rocket and then like the bigger villains, you know, it's like Jesse and James versus like.
I would describe Hawkmoth still as the main villain heading into
I have another good question.
It's possible that
are we going to reveal who Hawkmoth is, or are we just going to leave that up?
Oh, so it has been revealed.
I feel like either he's some kind of authoritarian force, like maybe he's a bank manager or like a governor or like the head librarian or something.
I don't want to tell him.
This is a spoiler if you
want to tell him, and I don't want to tell him.
But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if he was like either a teacher, a principal, or like I don't know, Ladybug's dad. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if it was something like that.
I just don't see him as a cog in a machine. I feel like he has some kind of higher managerial position.
So I want to say that. So the audience knows who Hawkmoth is, but not anyone else.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I mean. That's why I'm like, he must be someone who's present in their lives.
Yeah,
he's see him interact with them. That's why I was like, it has to be someone important to them.
Yeah, I don't know if they saw this character though in either of these episodes.
Yeah, I don't think they did.
I think it's funny too because you're like, oh, like I feel like it's someone who's like has like a constant presence in their lives, and he like does and does it when you think about it. Like
he's
also
an
they did a whole episode where they figured it out and then they get faked out. It's so annoying.
Yeah, that's terrible. He's not like the head of the police, is he? That'd be very upsetting.
No.
Yeah. I mean,
Especially given how the police was like the reason why Mr. Pigeon was so upset, that would be even more. He's like intentionally telling the police like get this guy out of the parks, and then then takes over him.
Yeah,
I will let you know that the cop gets akumatized, and it's hilarious.
There's one cop in it. Yeah, no,
it's one cop.
Hawkmoth. You don't know this character, but Hawkmoth is Adrian's dad. He is a.
Oh, so I did see him.
He's a very rich fashion designer.
Yeah.
No, as soon as literally Beatriz was like, "Oh, I bet it's like Ladybug's dad." By the way, Ladybug's dad is the sweetest human being.
He would never.
He would never ever.
He would never.
Okay, last question I have is: in season 2, Marinette has a birthday. And how old does she turn? What's your guess?
Oh.
Like 37. Like there's
What?
I think she's gonna turn like 13, and I'm scared to say that.
Oh god.
That was the right track. Yeah, she turns 14 in season 2. Although apparently they're 15 now.
But whatever.
But that's not stated. But yeah.
But it's only been like a year since
we were like, what? She was 13 in season 1? Yeah, that was our reaction. Okay, let's do real or fake episode. I
have one last important question.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. What did y'all think of Cat Noir?
I still don't like his bell. I think it's really strange that he wears a bell. I just don't understand. It feels like a kinky thing, and I just don't want that in the show. Also, his gloves have nails on them, like cat nails, and I'm just like, you could hurt yourself. I don't know.
You know what? I'll say this. Because one, I thought this boy is the definition of a Mary Sue. He's like the attractive boy. He's a model. He's rich. I was like, okay,
he's a model?
Yeah, he's a model.
So good.
What?
Oh my God.
What? Okay. So I kind of like how when he's the cat, he is like a disaster. I like how she's the one who kind of gets everything done. He's just kind of there.
Yeah, you're picking up what the show is putting down.
Yeah, this is literally the show. Yeah,
it's like unstoppable in that way.
So I kind of like that dynamic. Like, they didn't go super hard on him being the perfect guy. That, I guess, outside the mask, he's a perfect guy, but with the mask, he's kind of a disaster. And then you have that whole question, who's the real him? Does he feel more comfortable in the mask, or blah blah blah? And then so that's a good kind of flip.
Beatrice needs to watch the show.
I know.
I'm not gonna watch the show.
You gotta.
But so I did enjoy that. I do think his eyes are kind of weird when he's a cat, though, because they're all green.
Yeah, they're all green.
It's all green. There's no there's no white part.
So I hate Cat Noir, but I'm also
you're a big stan.
I'm also a stan.
Don't lie.
I do hate him. It's true.
No,
it's
he's the fan favorite. All of the teenage girls,
and I
love
to hate him because he's such an idiot. But then I also have basically I went from absolutely despising him to I actually have Cat Noir's ring.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Big fan. Big fan.
We were gonna when me and Tanya were gonna honeymoon in Paris, we were gonna cosplay and be really annoying.
Yeah, you still should do that. Yeah. Okay. Let's do. Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
How much do you two love Marinette?
Oh.
Were either of these big Marinette episodes?
No.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, probably not.
Not that much. I also
because Marinette's literally the best character ever in the world.
Yeah.
Because I just remember when I was watching the episode, her best friend was because they were doing this hat competition, and then the friend was just there to support her. She wasn't participating in it. And I was like, why isn't she doing anything? What's going on? Why is Marinette, what's so special about this girl, Marinette, outside of the Ladybug thing? And how does fashion connect with superheroism? And what's going on with her? I don't know. I was
you can have multiple hobbies.
Yeah, so,
I think there's probably a big overlap between.
Yeah, no, so Marinette is Marinette wants to be a fashion designer. Marinette actually is really good at it.
Oh.
And Alia, her best friend, who is my favorite character, Alia's the best, and I'm the only person who ships Marinette and Alia.
I also ship Moralia, just not as much as Marinette and Adrian.
And Alia is more into tech, and so Alia runs a blog. It's the Lady Blog, and so this is the best.
We should have given them a Lady Blog episode.
We should have. I
Yeah.
wanted to get. I almost was like Lady Wi-Fi, but I was like, that's too predictable.
Yeah.
Wait, so like this isn't a fashion school they go to?
No.
No, it is a fashion school.
It is?
Well,
It
I would describe it as more of like a gifted school.
It's like an art school.
Yeah,
It's an arts aligned, whatever.
Yeah,
they don't talk about it a lot.
Well, because like Nino does like music and
And
filmmaking.
Yeah, and filmmaking.
And
then-
Alia does like photojournalism and like
Okay.
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
like there's
Okay.
and then there's this guy who like does comics. Like it's like an art school.
Okay. All right. That's because I thought it was just solely like a fashion school. So I was like, why isn't she making things too?
No.
I like trying to explain the Lady Blog. That's there's so much
So
we
good.
could try to explain.
There's so much.
Okay, here's descriptions from Zap to It. They're different from the Netflix descriptions. So some of these are real, some of them I made up. So you guys have to pick. Is this a real
my
episode?
goodness.
Okay.
Okay. When a young historian gets akumatized into the pharaoh, he plans to bring an ancient Egyptian princess back to life by sacrificing Alia. Ladybug and Cat Noir must face an army of mummies.
This is true. This is probably
This
true.
seems
sounds
too fun to be real. I'm kind of scared it's like too good of a premise already. Like I
What?
want to.
We should have given you this
but
episode,
I'm
right?
skeptical if it is real.
This is true.
Okay.
This is real.
It's true. It's the pharaoh in season
Yeah.
1.
The Pharaoh's great. So
I think they would have liked the pharaoh more than
I thought
probably
like that's
the
another
episodes.
like really good episode. I was like mainly looking at season 1 episodes.
Yeah.
And I was just looking for something that would have been fun.
Hence the Chris Master, yeah. Okay. Number 2. So Beatriz won. Are you on a team? I don't remember. Okay.
They're doing it together.
They're doing it together. Number 2. Ladybug and Cat Noir are transported through time to stop an akumatized would-be ruler of 2050 Paris. Can they save the day and secure their future? Real or fake episode?
I mean, you told me that there was a thing where they fall in love and forget. So I feel like time travel could be 100% a possibility. I'm gonna say real.
Okay. Are we going from one of you two answering? Is that the final answer?
Sorry. I thought it was each one gives an answer.
Anyone can chime in at it. Okay. No, that's a fake episode. I mean, it's a generic description, but there's a time travel episode, so you are on the right track. But they have not gone into the future yet directly.
Whoa.
It's okay. My thing is,
They
I will
should
say,
grown up them together be interesting.
You see their older versions in that
I
one
will
episode.
say
but-
that description though is really close to like a legit episode though.
Yeah, it's close, so it's
Yeah.
kind of cheating. There's better. Okay, next one. Marinette's new pet cat, Croissant, has been akumatized into and is rampaging around Paris. Will Ladybug and Cat Noir be able to tame the giant kitty?
Oh,
This
did
is
you
real.
just throw this at me? Is it fake? And I'm gonna get upset because I really want to see a cat named Croissant. That sounds amazing. I really want that to be real, but I'm really Dylan knows my thing about cats, so maybe this is a huge troll.
You had a cat in the episode you watched. You had two cats
yeah,
apparently.
but okay, I'm gonna say real too then.
Also, Cat Noir.
Is it
As a
fake?
cat. This is a fake episode.
Yeah, Dylan punked you
Okay,
so
yeah,
bad.
so that episode sounded really good.
I'm
They should
mad.
do. They should.
Meredith
They should
needs
get
a cat
that,
named
yeah.
Croissant. Why doesn't she have one?
Cutest thing I've
I
ever
mean-
heard.
Yeah.
Would they name it like macaroon, or would they name it I don't know?
Name it Baguette. Just go all in on the
Baguette.
character.
I really
Name
should
the cat
get
Baguette.
There aren't any pets.
Also, we still don't know what the hamster is going to be named.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's
true.
true. There's a running joke. Okay, next one. Ladybug and Cat Noir have lost their memory, and a mysterious villain is prowling around Paris.
True.
While our amnesiac heroes manage to
True.
defeat Oblivio and turn him into a bad memory.
True.
True.
Yeah, I mean we talked about this a lot. Yeah, this is Oblivio.
Plus, that one had a lot of details, so it just sounded like it was.
That
more
is the
likely
one
to
where
be-
they fall in love, like kiss, and they forget. It's terrible.
Yeah,
Yep.
that would
that's
drive
that
me crazy
episode.
if I was really
I wonder if they
invested.
would like Oblivio not having seen other episodes.
Well, to
It
be
is
fair,
one of the best
Oblivio's
episodes.
amazing. Like,
Yeah, so not
Oblivio's both amazing and sad at the same time.
Yeah. Okay, next. The Eiffel Tower itself has been akumatized into Eiffel Titan and
No.
come to life. Will Ladybug and Cat Noir be able to wrangle the Paris landmark and
No.
return order to the city?
No, because Hawk Moth, I was about to call him Hawkman. Hawk Moth needs to akumatize people based on feeling, and the Eiffel Tower is
This is my
an
fault.
inanimate
I
object.
spoiled
Yeah, you
Beatriz.
spoiled. I look.
But
You're
really
Okay, but also,
Beatriz knows too
but
much.
hold on a second. There is an episode where a robot gets akumatized.
That's true.
Yeah, but the
Well,
robot has
robots have
feelings. though.
feelings.
Maybe.
Robots can have feelings.
Beatriz is
Yeah.
right, but also they could do this episode because it is fake. Because what if they're like littering around the Eiffel Tower and they're like, "Oh, it's so sad." Like,
What if-
I feel like you.
Well,
could-
like,
all
all
my thing is
beings
if they
have
wanted to,
energy,
they could. Like,
and
we're
it
going to have an
vibrates
Eiffel
negative
Tower
energy.
episode.
Okay. No Eiffel Tower. We talk about that, but no.
That
Last
sounds
one.
amazing, though.
We want to see it.
I will
think we've
say, I
asked
want to
them
give
for that
Dylan
before.
credit for these incredible fake
I
ones.
know.
Yeah, they're really
Thank
good.
you.
They
Thank you.
should
Thank
like
you. Thank
call
you.
you
Fake
up.
would sound the most exciting because of the names Dylan's giving all these things.
I know.
Well, we
the
know
names are
Thomas
good.
listens to us, so maybe he'll get some ideas.
Good.
Yeah.
Gonna get the croissant cat.
Give us
in
croissant
season
cat.
six.
Give us
Okay. Last one. Max's mom gets akumatized into Star Train. Now at the controls of a flying train, she wants to realize her dream of becoming an astronaut.
What?
High-flying mission ahead for Ladybug and Cat Noir.
Isn't this an episode you mentioned, Star Train?
Yeah, I
Well,
mentioned
does
that,
she
yeah.
know? He mentioned like words that we are hearing again. I don't know if they have.
No.
All of these are
I-
new to
I
you.
like
All
it.
of these
Yeah,
words.
I gotta say that's real.
Okay. Yeah, this is real. They take a
It's a
train
great
into space.
episode.
I
Yeah.
thought this is what
It's
Delaney was going
amazing.
to give you guys to watch.
Yeah, I love Star Train. This episode's so good.
So that's why it's called Star Train because it
Yeah.
literally
Good.
goes.
It
Space.
literally happens. It's so good.
Yeah. Okay. I think you guys got most of those right. So
Okay,
congratulations.
I have one.
Yeah, a real or fake episode.
Yeah, a real or fake episode.
Okay. Go ahead.
So, Hawkmoth makes a fake ladybug to like mess everyone up, right? And then at the end of the episode, fake ladybug like gets sentience, and she's like, "I'm gonna be good," but then they kill her.
They kill
No,
her.
That's
They
too-
kill fake
no.
ladybug.
I don't think it's real.
Who is they, Delaney?
Okay, that's a good question.
The villains.
Yeah, the Hawkmoth, because she becomes sentient, she's gonna be good. The villain kills her.
No, I
I feel
don't
like
think
killing's
so.
not allowed if there's so much
Yeah.
sportsmanship about the sides of good and evil on this show.
Okay, you would think so, but that is
That's
real.
actually a real episode.
Kill her.
So we
This
okay.
is
So
maybe the most shocking moment of the show. Yeah,
is
Yeah.
incredible. So like I will
like a
say,
clone of Ladybug is made, and we empathize with her, and then she is basically
I
killed in
guess
front of our eyes.
to be specific, like again, this is more like magic that you're not going to understand, but like
we also don't understand. this magic,
we
so
also
it's
don't
fine.
understand the peacock the peacock villain that April was asking about. She makes a mux, and basically they're like fake. They're kind of like automatons, but then we see the fake ladybug gain like sentience. She makes decisions, and so this is why we think Adrian's a sentient monster. But
I was gonna say there's so much
okay.
mythology. Oh wait, I missed one of my questions from before. True or false? Monks have been brought back to life after decades and are now trying to get back lost miraculouses. Is this a real plot point in the show?
I'm gonna say true. That sounds plausible.
What way does this sound plausible? But yes, it is true.
yeah, it
But,
is true.
Very
Well,
true.
because you guys are talking about how important the lore is, and that feeds into like the
That's valid.
timeline history of whatever miraculouses are and what they've meant to people throughout different time periods.
Yeah.
So that makes sense on a level.
Yeah, there's look, you got so much lore here.
Yeah.
That yeah, you think you would like the lore, but maybe not able to handle the
You would think
ridiculousness of
you
this
would
show.
like it. Oh boy, that feels so loaded.
Also, Tiki and Plog, the little flying bug things, they're like all powerful beings.
Have they even seen Tiki?
And
They
they're
must have
immortal.
seen Tiki and
I
Plug.
saw a little red thing with an enormous head that was
Yeah, it's
spotted like a
Tiki.
lady.
Well,
That's-
yeah, no, in the one that we had you watch, Tiki and Plog got to
Yeah,
to
they
meet.
got
They
to
were
see
like,
each
"Hey."
other. Yeah.
Oh, for like a second, I
Yeah,
guess.
so
Yeah.
they're immortal, all powerful beings.
Plog, the Plog is the reason why the dinosaurs don't exist anymore.
Delaney
It's
said
true.
that. They're immortal, all-powerful beings. Said with the straight.
Why do
face,
they
but
look
it's
like
true.
that then? Why do they look so?
You asked such important. Oh, also, okay, so you know how like you're like I don't understand the miraculouses. So the miraculouses are pieces of magical jewelry, and the Kwamis, which are what Plog and Tiki are, go into them, and their suit is actually also Tiki and Plog. Like when
Their
they
skin?
Like,
Yeah, basically.
Oh my god.
That's a weird way of putting it, though.
But
That's
I'm
how
not
we always
wrong.
talk about it. But
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 it's
I'm
the best
not
way
wrong.
to describe it.
I think the key thing we were missing from an introductory episode was like how miraculouses work. I think we needed that, yeah,
Like,
because that seemed to be missing here.
Kiki and Marinette together become Ladybug.
That's where they get their powers from. It's
Yeah.
from the magical jewelry that also is the little magical creature.
So they like merge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So her name's not Ladybug. Her true name is just Marionette when she's a human.
Yeah,
And
her name is
yeah,
Marinette.
she's a human. Ladybug
so-
is the superhero.
Ladybug.
identity, yeah.
So as you learn in the Pharaoh episode, that is a real episode. Marionettes and Cat Noirs have existed all throughout history.
Ladybugs and cat Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Pharaoh might have been a good one, but okay. Michelle, we're going to wrap up here. What are your closing thoughts on Ladybug and this process?
I mean, it seems like the perfect show to podcast on, just because a lot is kind of seemingly left up to circumstance and can change, like, depending on what the plot wants to have happen, which can make, like, theorizing about the greater world and lore of the show very difficult, but also fun from a content speculation perspective. I mean, I don't know, for whatever reason, like, and maybe I should have watched the original French like audio instead of the English dub, but just like so much felt strangely distorted and disjointed.
Yeah.
Just how they move and interact with things in their world. It just made me think about, like, you know, like network junior television that's just kind of has a rap for having like kind of weird animation and strange plots, and no one cares because it's like, oh, it's for a 3-year-old, so nothing has to make sense, or like, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I know a lot of people really like this show, so I'm just wondering, like, what do they go for it for? What keeps them coming back and hungry for more? I do think it's one of those shows that just, like, shows you how fun it is to be evil, and, like, it's very pro-evil, and I, like, kind of get that, because, like,
Pro-evil.
if they play by the rules, being evil sounds like a pretty good deal for the average person in Paris in this show. They get a lot more power, get a better outfit, and, I mean, they get to achieve maybe not their dreams exactly, but a version of that that's been twisted by the fancy guy. Oh, that doesn't sound terrible.
That's right. That's right. At the end, the fancy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I don't remember the animation on Dark Owl, if it was good or bad, but I do think we're not used to the 3D modeled shows like this. But in general, I do consider Ladybug to be a very well animated show, but it maybe depends on the episode.
I think it really, it depends on the episode, and I think after, like, season 1, the animation, like...
Also probably the season 1 episode was
Yeah,
because
she had some crazy eyes, that Marionette,
There
in
was
that
one
season
point where,
1.
like, someone was running across the street, and it looked like they'd literally just clipped out, and, like, their body just went through a building wall. And I was like, oh, that reminds me of Sims or something. That's weird. But there was a moment when the Ladybug and Cat guy were on a roof, and, like, the color palette was totally different and very nice, and, like, you could see all their hair follicles. And I was like, oh, like, this looks like a lot of time and care was put into this specific shot with somebody else working on this than, like, other parts of the episode, maybe. It just, like, which is, like, you know, a thing that happens. Like, sometimes shows will put a lot of effort into, like, an action sequence, or, like, and then they'll, like, kind of not, like, they'll lower the frame rate or something on other parts that don't matter as much to them. So if that's the case, and they just, like, they're deciding where their priorities are for each shot, like, that's fine. That's pretty normal. But yeah, so, some parts definitely, like, stood out looking distinctly nice as opposed to other parts.
Yeah, I think it's fair. Yeah, it's complicated, but I think probably it's a fair assessment that they put more resources into certain things. The main models themselves are, like, really well made, but they also repeat background models, so it's a little complicated.
They'll also repeat animation. Important question. What did y'all think of the transformation sequences?
Ooh. I like them.
Yeah,
Again,
fine.
they just reminded me of Sailor Moon, which, like, any kind of magical.
Yeah.
girl
Everything
transforming
Sailor Moon. That's
is-
valid.
Yeah, from watching one episode, they wouldn't understand. We see that Ladybug transformation literally every single episode. So
Sometimes
I
more
will
than
say
one.
multiple times per episode.
Yeah,
Sometimes, multiple
personally, my favorite transformation in recent memory is Sparkle Cadet. I love the detail they put into her transformation. This is from Craig of the Creek, though, so very different kind of show.
Yeah, no, but they like repeat that too a few times and try to like parodying this type of show basically. So I think it's a good connection.
I will say watching this show in French is like the best.
It is. Yeah. It is better in French.
Yeah, I was tempted to, and then I wasn't sure if you guys did, so I was like,
so whenever
we've gone back and forth.
Like whenever we can, we watch the episodes in French, but sometimes we only get the episodes with the dub.
This shows I would have said what language. This shows Netflix. The like subtitles match the English, like not the actual French translation. So it's like not the optimal way to watch in French. But Beatriz, what are your final Ladybug thoughts?
It's a very colorful show. Like I really do appreciate that, and I like that it embraces camp, like Hawkmoth, like legit, like has like a spotlight on him throughout the entire episode whenever he speaks. So I appreciate that the show is like unabashedly itself. You know, it's like not. It's just there's a joy in it that I really appreciate. So I can see, but it for at least just based, maybe it's because again it's season 1. It seemed a little too childish for me. It's like just a little bit, but I think that's just because of the targeted demographic is not necessarily me. So yeah, I think it's for. Especially because I don't really see, I think outside because Star ended. So I don't think there's like really in terms of like Western magical girl shows, there isn't, and She-Ra ended, but again, but like, and She-Ra ended too, but it's more like just in terms of like a magical girl show that's G-rated because She-Ra got pretty intense. I don't know about Star, but like, I'm like happy the show exists is what I'm trying to say because it falls into a category that it's like I don't know if like there's I don't know like I know that in like I loved Sailor Moon and I'm just happy that maybe someone's gonna love Ladybug the way I loved Sailor Moon.
Yeah, it's like a spin-off of like or like a tribute to the anime magical girl type shows.
Yeah,
there's definitely still a bunch of those, but I think like there's. This is and the Ladybug extremely popular right now, so definitely exposing a lot of kids to this type of show.
So I'm happy it exists, even though I will not keep watching
it. Season 1 definitely is. Well, first of all, I think you did. Yeah, you described like one of the big appeals to the show, which is like it's intentionally very ridiculous and it's like aware of it. So that's why we kind of probably number one reason why we love it right now.
But it does have like its very serious moments, like the episode. Where we told you that they killed off like a person, like they literally did that. So
and I don't know if we've talked about Adrian's mom.
Yeah.
Michelle mentioned the wife garden. Michelle.
Oh no! Is she dead? Is that why the Hawk?
She's dead.
Yeah. Because his wife.
Like,
he's trying to revive the dead wife.
To bring his wife back.
How did the butterflies?
Body
because butterflies are attracted to death. Is that like the?
Oh my god!
Maybe that's the symbol.
It's not
what?
But okay.
That's like that's a thing.
Well, I will say his ability is just okay. So in English, his name is Hawkmoth, but in French, he's the Papillon, which means butterfly. Like he's just the butterfly villain.
Yeah, Hawkmoth sounds like a completely different thing.
Yeah, no, it's because it's stupid. Yeah, no, he's literally the butterfly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so much we could get into, but
is the cat gonna go against the Ladybug at one point because he wants to get his mom back too?
Yeah, it's a good question for the future, which we would love if that was addressed.
Adrian doesn't know that his mom's dead body is in the basement.
I'm sorry, where is it?
Yeah, she is in a coma. She is not dead, but we
in the stasis chamber under the house.
It's the coma wife that's like giving him motivation to be evil.
Yeah,
but you sort of have sympathy for it because coma wife like feel that like I do too.
But that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my point being is that it does have its sort of more mature elements as you go along.
Yeah, I think after season 1, it'd be less kiddie, but I think probably it'd still be, a little
this show is super
childish
silly.
At times.
Yeah,
but like the characters are great, and like Marinette is like so great.
Best girl.
Wow. Okay. I mean, we talked about Chloe. I mean, Chloe's right here.
No, it's Marinette. It's Marinette.
Or what's her name? What do we call her?
Glasses.
Courtney.
Courtney.
Oh, yeah.
She
Courtney,
reminded me of
Courtney.
Asshole by Ginger. Courtney, you know?
Courtney.
Oh yeah, also blonde. I mean,
Yeah,
makes
that's why
sense.
I was like, oh, she's the
Yeah.
blonde mean girl, but is also kind of obsessed with the protagonist. Courtney.
It's a good. Okay, we're shipping Chloe and Marinette. That's a takeaway from this podcast.
I think that's probably best outcome for this.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. That's all that we look. We had a lot of fun. We got into a lot of things with Ladybug. Have we even explained most of the things? I don't know.
No.
There's so
probably
much.
not.
There's so much that. But if you two are looking to get someone into Ladybug, maybe you've learned something from the episodes.
Just
we've
make them listen to
decided.
this. Done.
Yeah, is this a good introductory podcast to Ladybug? I wonder. That would be interesting.
There's a lot of spoilers. I don't know if you'd actually want to be spoiled on everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, something. Yeah, there are definitely a few things. The Alchemot's identity, at least. But yeah. So let us know what you thought of this. When did you guess the episode? What
Yes,
do
we're
you think
stupid.
of
We know.
Michelle and Beatrice's reactions?
April's
It
voice
was-
of the people again.
Yes.
Once
Congrats to April and Sarah.
Sarah, I don't know what your prize is. I'm sorry.
We didn't have a title to put on
the
the
most
line.
the mostest Ladybug fan.
And you got
We
to
reaffirmed your
Yeah,
Ladybug
That's really what
knowledge.
matters.
I do
Yeah.
have prizes to give out to people, but I'm not going to
man.
reveal what they are yet.
So you're gonna
Okay,
give a
well,
prize to yourself. I hate you.
No, I'm not getting. A
You
prize.
have to give
Everyone
a prize
else
to
is
yourself
getting
if
a
you
prize.
won.
April should get
Oh.
a prize.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I mean I'm obviously just trolling April.
April, she should get a prize. Okay. We'll see. We'll talk about those prizes, I guess, in the future. So this is probably our last Ladybug podcast before. I mean, fingers crossed, the Shanghai special in April. So
The Shanghai special.
It
You
sounds
guys,
so
it's
uncomfortable.
worldwide.
yeah,
Yeah, we had an
they're-
episode in New York.
Now
It
we're
was
going to
awesome.
different. We
Well,
did
have
New
we
York
talked about
special.
how Marinette is Chinese French?
Yeah, she's half Chinese, half French.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to, and I think Marinette's distant relatives are involved in the Shanghai
Yeah, I
special. We
think
don't
so.
know. Yeah, I think that's the plot. So we'll see.
I'm still not
Oh.
over the description for the Shanghai special. It makes me want to die. It makes me so nervous.
Same.
We could do, we might, yeah. I was thinking of doing like a preview podcast, but I think we've covered most of the information out there for Shanghai. But if it takes long enough, we'll eventually circle back to that. So we'll be back for that. The comment, let us know what you thought. Consider supporting us on Patreon at patreon.com/overlyanimated. Thanks to our current patrons, especially our patron of the podcast, Seedhan, and thanks as always to our patron executive producers, Ryan, Steve, Beatrice, Hugh, Michael, Needle, and Phonician. Be back in 2 weeks. Topic to be determined. Thanks for listening, guys. We will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.